Hi, fourth grade. This is Mrs. Tidwell. We are continuing to learn more about folk tales, and today we are focusing in on a specific type of folk tale, which is a fable. So, down here, the two pictures you see are two examples of fables: the tortoise and the hare, which many of you might have heard of, and the boy who cried wolf. Today, I want to teach you that a fable is a short, imaginary story. What happens in fables can't happen in real life. Fables will have morals or messages about life. So, breaking down the characteristics of a fable, first, it's important to note that the characters are going to be animals acting like people. They are personifying people. So they're walking, they're dancing, they're talking, all of that stuff. They are typically going to be 3 or less animals in a fable. They take place generally outside somewhere. There's typically only one problem, and it involves trickery, and it ends with a lesson or a moral. So I have an example of a fable, The Tortoise and the Hare. And as we listen to this read aloud, I want you to be considering the characteristics of a fable that we just shared. I want you to be thinking about what type of characters are found in this book. Are the characters acting like humans? What could the lesson or moral of the story be at the end? And what is the problem in this story? So consider all of those things when we are listening. Here we go.
The Tortoise and the Hare, retold by Meredith Hairston, illustrated by Douglas Draper. A hare once made fun of a tortoise. "You move so slowly," he said. "My, how you creep along." "Do I?" said the tortoise. "Try a race with me, and I guarantee I'll win." "Excellent. I am up for the challenge. Who should we ask to mark off the boundaries and see that the race is fair?" "Let's ask the fox," said the tortoise. The fox was very wise and fair. He showed them where to start and how far they should run. The tortoise started at once and jogged straight on. She moved slowly, but she never stopped. The hare leaped forward swiftly for a few minutes until he had left the tortoise far behind. He knew he would reach the finish line very quickly, so he laid down by the road under a shady tree and took a nap. When he finally woke up, he remembered the race. He sprang up and ran as fast as he could. When he reached the finish line, the tortoise was already there. The hare could not believe what he had done. The very wise and fair fox looked at the hare and said, "Slow and steady wins the race."
After listening to the read aloud, The Tortoise and the Hare, we are going to break down some of those characteristics that I'm sure you observed. Well, first, we note that the characters are animals. We have the tortoise, the hare, and the wise fox. And they're acting like people. They are participating in a race, which we know as humans that we do. We also notice that the setting is outside. And the problem in this story is that the hare is way too confident. He is so confident that he becomes careless. While, yes, this overconfidence isn't trickery, but it does cause a problem in this story, and that is ultimately why he gets defeated. The lesson is that you can be more successful by doing things slowly and steadily, like the wise fox stated, than by acting quickly and carelessly, like the hare. I want you to think and consider if you yourself has ever experienced this lesson come into play. Maybe you quickly ran through an assessment or a project and didn't get the results that you were hoping for. Had you taken your time and slowed down and really thought through the process, your results might be more successful. So ultimately, the tortoise and the hare lesson is slow and steady wins the race. So we're going to just add to our chart of specific types of folk tales. So again, we know a folk tale is an oral story. We don't know the original author. It involves people or animals. It's timeless. They have themes, and it's found in all cultures. And today we talked about fables and how the characters are animals, usually acting like humans. It's typically set outside. There's one problem, usually involving trickery, and the solution is something that ends with a moral or a life lesson. Today, you are going to explore your Fables collection on Mac and Via for 20 minutes. And then after, I want you to log into Flocabulary and I want you to find the Fable video and watch it. It's 3 minutes long to learn more about fables. And afterwards, I would like you to take the quiz and you'll submit a screenshot of your quiz to Schoology.